Let's see here. Push Soca. So I got another radio interview. Well, another live interview. You dig? So I think I gotta wait for them to come. Or there they go. There you go. There's Push Soca. See y'all. Let's see. You in here? Let's see. Can I accept you? Oh shit.
Hey.
What's good? What's good? What's good? Yo, first of all, before we
What's
get
up?
started, am I allowed to curse?
Of course you are. It's after
All right.
11 o'clock, and I don't
that's
think
how it works.
It's on the live.
I bet. Say less. Fucking lit.
It's lit.
It's fucking lit. Big up the UK.
I'm trying
massive.
to get rid of. No, I love seeing the chat, but it's just so hard when it's like at the bottom of
All
the
right. How do I? Let me see if I like. I didn't remember how I turn it off.
It's just like okay, I've done it. I think.
Turn off camera time. What's popping, people?
How are you?
I'm good, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Doing the things I like to do back in the States.
Where are you tuning in from?
I'm in Miami right now.
Miami? Okay. Nice.
And I'm assuming you in London, right?
Yeah, in London. You was just here not long ago.
Yeah, but last weekend?
Was it last weekend?
Yeah.
Okay. I was supposed to go.
You were, but you didn't.
Yes, I was gonna go.
I'm ashamed of you. I'm upset. Me and you got beef now. You shouldn't have said that.
I brought my tickets and everything, but I literally got called out.
You got called out?
Yeah, called out because
How you let them call? You should have put it on Do Not Disturb.
I got called out to work.
You should have put it on Do Not Disturb. Say.
Nah, I can't do that. I can't. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I was literally gonna come. How was it? How was that experience?
It was nice. I did that, and then I went to Soca Frenzy. Soca Frenzy was a vibe.
That was like your first time in London?
Yeah, ever.
Yeah. How comes that was your first time?
All my family that used to live in London moved to the US. And then as far as booking and stuff, you know, things, ain't nobody reached out to me really. I guess everybody thought I couldn't fly. I didn't have a passport or what, but I could fly.
Okay, so I didn't actually do any, like, usually I'd prepare with questions and research, but honestly, I just wanted to get to know you by not knowing certain things already, if that makes sense.
So let's go. So what's up? Let's do this.
Tell me about your heritage, like, you know, your background, you know, where you're from. Let us know.
Well, I was born in New York. My mom and dad are born in Jamaica. My grandparents are from other islands and migrated to Jamaica. I grew up in Jamaica. I came to the US. So as soon as I was born, I grew up with my grandparents until I was 13. I came back to the States when I was 13. And then that's really that. And you know, I've been in the States since I've been in New York from like I was 13 till I was 25. Then when I was 25, I moved to Miami.
Okay. So you grew up in Jamaica?
Till I was like 13.
So you was 13. Okay.
Yeah.
So what was that like, living in the Caribbean? So such a mature, it's not really a mature age, but you know, you're 13, you have a lot of, you know, sense by then. So what was that like?
I mean, I didn't grow up in the Jamaica that people see on TV. I didn't grow up in the Jamaica that's in the commercials. I grew up, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't want to go back. When I go to the States, you know, I don't necessarily ever want to go back because I grew up in not a desirable circumstance.
Mm. Okay.
But but um but now it's like as an adult, I want to go back because I can, I could get a car, move around, do things I like to do. But as a youth, I didn't necessarily want to go back.
Okay. Okay. So you grew up in New York. You
Yeah,
you lived in Jamaica. Your
yeah,
family, so they're Jamaican?
yeah,
Okay. Okay. So any other Caribbean islands you have family around?
yeah. Family in Saint Lucia, Grenada, Saint Vincent,
Okay.
and then
Oh.
by extension, I got Trini fam.
Okay, okay. I'm Trini, so big up, big up, big
Big
up.
up you, big up you. Yeah, I was just in Trinidad a couple months ago. Like, I shot a video. I shot the Whoopsie video on Trinidad.
Really? Was that
Yeah,
Trinidad? Which
yeah, that
part?
was Trinidad. We shot it south, but I
South.
was
Okay.
staying in west.
Hmm. I didn't notice, you know. Actually, I'm gonna
Yeah,
gotta rewind and slow it down and have a look again.
yeah.
What made you decide to shoot in Trinidad?
I wanted to shoot it. I wanted to be with Boy Dingo to shoot the video, and it was easier for me to go to Trinidad than for him to come to the U.S.
Okay, okay. Oh, he's based in Trini.
Yeah,
Okay, okay, okay. Nice, nice, nice. So you are a very attractive man, I must
am
say.
I? Am
Yep.
I?
So what is it like? Like when you go on stage, do you get a lot of women going crazy, getting underwear thrown at you? Like what's it like?
I mean,
What's the vibe?
my stage performance calls for
Mhm.
those type of things. I get up on stage and I exert a certain type of energy that I'd hope to be reciprocated. So on stage, it's a different type of energy that the women give me. But in real life, on a day to day, just even moving around, it's not like that. Most women tell me that they're intimidated by me, or I look unapproachable.
What?
So
For real? Why do you
yes,
think?
I don't know. I mean, I don't necessarily want to be approachable, but if you
Hmm.
approach me, I'm gonna be like, hey, what's up? I'll take pictures, I'll give you a hug, but I don't necessarily want to be, you know, approached.
Okay.
But as far as people have this connotation and this idea that women are like on me all the time, it's not
Mm.
realistic. Most women are just like, oh, you just look like you didn't want to be bothered, so I didn't want to talk to you.
Well, I think it. Do you think it's because you're a zest artist and the music you sing could give people that impression that okay, you get a lot of women.
Yeah, and that's fine. I don't mind it. I'm saying who knows the difference? Who
Mm.
knows me. Not everybody deserves to know me. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I have my duality. I have my musical life and who I am in my music life is for my music people, for my
Mm.
fans and followers and
Okay.
everybody in between.
Okay. You seem really like easygoing, down to earth. I get that vibe from you, and especially like because I was pre the interview yesterday with Trini Cindy, but I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
actually watch the whole thing because I didn't want to kind of spoil it for myself.
hmm
So okay, let me know more about how you started doing music.
I was songwriting. I was freestyling and stuff since when I was 13. I started songwriting when I was 16. Um, and then my music career started to like come together when I was like 2021. But I started doing Caribbean music fairly recently, probably like 2017-ish. And I started doing Soca 2019. My first Soca record was for Miami Carnival
Mm.
2019. And then I kind of took off 2020 during the pandemic. I had a viral song, Looking Good went viral. And then after that, I consistently went viral after that, like everything.
Yeah. Okay. So okay, you had a viral song. You started in 2017. What made you decide to sing a soca song?
I always wanted to do a soca song, but it was always one of those situations where I just didn't do it. And it was, sometimes you can come up with 100 reasons why, to deter yourself. And then one day I was like, you know what, I might as well like give it a shot, and I gave it a shot, and it worked out in my favor.
Mm. So before you did the soca song, you were doing other genres like aren't well.
I was
Hip.
rapping, I was doing hip hop, I was doing pop, I was just doing whatever I felt like, you know. I did dancehall for a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know, Soca just kind of fell in my lap. I had a mutual friend that was a producer, and he was working on a rhythm, and he asked me to get on it, and you know, no disrespect to him, I kind of, because I was pressed for time, like my deadline was like a week or something, I
Mm-hmm.
didn't get to put out a maximum effort into the song.
Mm-hmm.
And people liked it. I didn't like it at all. So
Mm-hmm.
I felt like if I was able to put out maximum effort, then I should be able to have better results.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So it wasn't because, you know, you got Caribbean heritage, you want to do soca. It was just
No,
kind of like, okay.
it's kind of spilling my life.
Mm. And you just ran with it.
It ran with me.
Mm. Okay. So are you still doing rap music?
No, I haven't did a rap song since 2015 maybe, 2015, 2016. I consciously don't do it. I don't love it the way I used to.
Yeah. Okay. Being that rap and hip hop and other genres are more, you know, exposed than the soca and the zest, you know, is that something that you'd probably go back to
No,
in future?
no.
No? Okay.
No, I don't have that connection, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't fake the authenticity. If I like something, I do it. If I don't, I'm not gonna,
Mm-hmm.
you know, force myself to do it because it's a quick bag or it's the popping thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, when it comes to Caribbean music, you know, we have an influence over the world. It's just the issue of monetizing on that, and that's just my responsibility to figure out how to monetize on it. But you know, whether the thing about hip hop and versus Caribbean music, I don't think that necessarily hip hop is bigger or does more numbers. I think it's just be able to be tracked better. You know,
Okay.
while, you know, um dancehall and soca is not tracked as much. Like the numbers and stats aren't readily available. Like I feel like the impact we have on the world for any songs, even myself, doesn't match the numbers because the numbers just aren't able to track that much.
A lot of people say it's because we don't have like our own label or stuff like that. You reckon
That's
it's
not true. That's not true. There's a whole bunch of labels. It's just my personal opinion is that soca music specifically is based in tradition, and they just don't want to change certain things that would give the technological advancements
okay?
necessary to grow in that space.
Hmm. I agree. I agree. Okay. So what made you decide to do zest? Now, first of all, like, what's the difference with zest and dancehall?
Well, Zest is a combination of dancehall and soca, and it
Mm-hmm.
blended together. So, you know, that's really the difference between dancehall and Zest. It's that soca element
Mm-hmm.
involved, that Trinidad element involved and influence into the dancehall that created something new.
Mm-hmm.
And Zest, honestly, it was my boy, my partner, my cousin. He kind of just is like he's doing it. He kind of told me to do it, and I was like, I don't know. I don't really know. A couple of my boys told me to do it, and I was like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm a person, I gotta understand how I'm gonna market something. I have to understand the industry before I get involved in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't understand it in terms of marketing and breaking a record and mobilizing a record. So I it wasn't until my my label mate, the father, he got on a rhythm and he was like, yo, you get on the rhythm too. And we both got on the rhythm, and that's how it was. It was just like I had to show solidarity with my bro,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
and it just kept going like that.
Mm. Okay.
So that was my first Zest record, but my second Zest record is the one that like I bust off of. Too Much was my second Zest record.
Yeah. So okay. The second one is one you bust on.
Yeah.
Okay. So your first song. So I'm sure you said you bust on a song before Too Much, but was that the soca?
Yeah. Looking Good Bus. Looking
Okay.
Good Bus. It's a Denry segment record.
Mhm.
I had a couple like, Denry segment records with like, that when it comes to the Denry, you know, outlook of things, they were big records. But Looking Good like bust on like a bigger platform
Yeah.
because it went viral. Like I put it on Twitter and then somebody famous retweeted it and it got like 3 million views.
Okay. We're definitely gonna get into the social media soon.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about, because I do music as well. I'm an artist, but I'm not like popping yet.
Mm-hmm.
I do my own thing on the side, so I understand lyrics. With your
Okay.
right. I noticed that you use a lot of nursery rhymes in
Yeah.
your songs.
Yeah.
Tell us about that. Why do you do that? Like, tell us about it.
Well, it's a Zest thing. Like if you listen to Zest music, you
Yeah.
know, everyone was doing it anyway, so it was just part of the format. It's just that I choose to stick to it, while some Zest artists decide to just do it sometimes. I do it every time because I
Yeah.
don't know, I like it. That's an element
Yeah,
of
I
what
like it.
I truly
Oh,
enjoy.
yeah. I thought it was like it obviously is a strategic thing because everyone knows the nursery rhymes already. So when you hear it, you recognize it one time.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
mean
that's
that's a part of it, but that wasn't what made me start it. Made me start it because it's just a Zest thing in general.
mm. Okay. I didn't know it was a zest thing. I thought it was just something that you do.
Nah, it was a Zest thing, and then I'm the person that kind of
Mm,
like I became the poster child for
mm,
it because I was the only one that kept doing it.
okay. All right. So what's it like for you when it comes to writing music? Like,
I
how
listen to
you get
the
a rhythm
rhythm.
first?
Yeah,
Mm,
I get the rhythm first, and then I go from there. Sometimes I'll like write a song to a different rhythm, and then I'll place the lyrics on a new rhythm.
mm,
But but yeah, it's just with the rhythm, and I don't write. I like to say it in my head,
mm.
and then when I get to the studio, then I put it down because if I put it down in writing, it makes it harder to flow on the beat sometimes. I keep it in my mind as much as possible before I actually put it down into writing.
Okay. So when you're writing, do you think, okay, this is gonna be a hit song? Do you think like
No,
that?
no,
Mm,
no. I've never ever felt like that about any record, and I feel like if in any record I did feel like that wasn't a hit song. All my hit songs were just,
mm,
I'm gonna just do what I feel I would enjoy, and what my fan base would
mm.
enjoy, and we'll see
Yeah.
how it comes out. But there's never oh, this is it. This is gonna be a mega hit. Like, no, there's so much outside of records that have a lot to do with records becoming hits. Like
Okay.
not just the song itself. So I can never just be like, oh, this song is it. Like, no.
So what was that like for you? Like when you woke up and you saw 3 million views? Like, what was that like for you in that moment?
I I wanted to reverse engineer it and figure out how I did it. That was the first thing because I wanted to be able to keep doing it.
Yeah.
And then I kind of was like, what do I do with this exposure now? Because it wasn't part of my plan. Like if I was gonna get that 3 million views, I did plan for it, but I didn't expect it to
Mm,
happen so quickly. So
mm,
it's like now that I'm here, what do I do? And
mm.
I use that to leverage a challenge, then leverage over to TikTok, and then use that to solidify my brand more.
Mm.
The views was just a tool, to create more opportunities. And then I made the remix, and then I did the video for the remix and all that stuff.
Okay. So your song with Marsville, Too
Yeah,
Much.
yeah.
How did that all come about? Like, let's talk about from the beginning. I want to know, like, how did the lyrics start? Like, tell us from the start. Like, how did it become that song? Like, how did that song happen?
Big up everybody in the chat that's dropping a pirate flag. You already know Black is the code, BSMG, Black Sales. Um, as far as the story of that, it was Marsville hit me up 2020 summer. I was just like, yo, bro, this rhythm is like a big thing in Barbados. I need you to write something. And I told him, sure, but I didn't intend to, I feel like he would have just made me move on to something else to write. And I was just like, and then, so that was summer 2020. I went to New York Halloween 2020, and I saw the effect it had on people, and I was like, nah, I gotta write to this shit. So, and I couldn't really get it exactly how I wanted it. So I kind of gave up. And then around Christmas 2020, Marsville followed up with me and was just like, yo, did you write that? I was like, I'm gonna give it one more shot. So January, I wrote it. And I said, and I laid the demo, and I said, bro, this is kind of explicit, bro. I don't know if you want it. If you want it, we could do it. But if not, I'll just do it by myself. And he was just, and I sent it to him. He's like, send it. And I sent it to him. He's like, he'll do it. And I thought he was lying. And then he hit me up with his vocals on it. And I tightened it up. I made some edits, and we came up with like a finalized version. And we dropped it on my birthday, January 25th, 2021. Okay. And to this day, when it comes to streaming, not YouTube, but like Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify, my song has the highest streaming numbers on that rhythm by like a lot. Yeah.
It's a bad song. Like it's mad. It's mad.
Yeah.
Like, was you a bit nervous with like how it's just so, it's not it's zest, but it's like you got a lot of swear words in there. Was you a bit nervous about?
I mean, zest music is it has cussing in it to begin with, Yeah, every song on that rhythm is cursing. That was my thing. Like when I wrote it, I felt like I had to. There's an element of shock value and lyricism to zest music, and I felt like I had to out shock value everybody, and I had to out lyric everybody, and I felt like I accomplished that.
Yeah.
Nah, I wasn't nervous at all because I knew that's what the fan base was used to. But I didn't think that record would grow into a Soca fan base. I made it for Zest fans, not Soca fans. So the fact that Soca fans liked it wasn't part of my plan.
Okay. Yeah, because that song mad. Everywhere it's playing in any party. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize that till I got to London. Like it's a big record. I would have never guessed.
It's mad. It's big over here. It's mad. But okay. I'm sure if we had like Trini Carnival as well, it would have been mad.
Yeah, probably. Who knows? Who knows?
Okay. All right. So your lyricist, you'd say. So describe yourself for us in like 3 words. Like, how would you describe yourself?
Determined, insatiable, and resilient.
I like that. Okay. Cool. And what about your music?
Versatile. I kind of just do what I want, when I want, how I want, and in the parameters of the fan base I'm writing it for. So I'm not like only gonna do zest. I prefer to do zest because it's fun for me. I do what I enjoy. I'm not gonna go do something that I don't enjoy for whatever reason. I'm only gonna do stuff that I enjoy curating and putting out and marketing.
Okay. So now that you have more of a, Soca fan base, would you be doing like more Soca or just keep doing
I don't know if I have a Soca fan base, honestly.
You do. You do.
I feel like I have a Zest fan base that
you have a
Soca
Zest, everything makes you. I feel like with too much, because it's Marsville as well, so I feel like you definitely do have a Soca fan base. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, after hearing too much, that's when I started Googling you. Because I'm a Soca
Mm-hmm.
head. It's only like recently I started doing like more Zest, listening to more Zest. But
Mm-hmm.
that's when I started Googling. I'm like, who's this? Like, who's
Mm-hmm.
Klassik? Started Googling you. So I'm sure not just only me. There's probably bare people
Yeah,
like.
I feel like, people are, Soca fans are a
Mm,
fan of me by association of Marsville. So
mm,
like, I have Soca records that don't bust. You know what I'm saying? I do what works, and my
mm,
Soca records don't necessarily connect, you
mm,
know. And I'm not a person that's gonna force something
mm,
because, oh, people, how can I say it? Like, people will say that they want something, but people don't know what the fuck they want. They really don't. They
mm,
really, a lot of people, especially when it comes to songwriting and subject matter, people will be like, oh, I gotta explain it. People will give you suggestions that they wouldn't invest in.
mm,
And I'm very aware of that. So it's like people give you all the suggestions, but would you tell them, like, okay, you give me that suggestion, what would you pay for the studio time? Would you pay for the music video? Would you pay
mm,
for, the marketing? You wouldn't. So that is a definitely discrepancy with the fans, because fans will tell you any shit and not pay for it, or invest in it, or take their time into it. So it's
mm.
me as a artist. I kind of just go with more analytics and things written in stone than suggestions. So I have probably like close to 40 soca records that no one knows about because I don't have soca fans. I have people that like Zest music that happen to like me. I have people that like Marsville that like me. I don't really have
Mm.
soca fans. They like
Okay.
my Zest songs.
Mm. Okay. All right. So your name,
Mm-hmm.
Klassik Frescobar.
The
Am I
Gallum
saying it right?
Star.
Am I saying it
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, classic Frescobar, the
How did,
Gallum Star.
yeah, yeah. Tell us about how you got your name.
I used to battle rap. My battle rap name was Sick, S-I-K. When I started songwriting, I made it Klassik, and
Mm,
I was in a group. Uh, and then when the group dissolved, I needed a surname, and I came up with Frescobar. Fresco, Spanish for fresh. Bar is a unit of measurement in music,
mm,
and ain't nobody have a name like me close to me. So when you
yeah.
Google me, only I come up.
Mm. For real. That's facts. It's
Hmm.
different. It's different, and it makes people like think like they want to go. Who's this person? So
Yeah.
so yeah. Okay. Okay. So who are some of your musical influences?
Um, Vibes Cartel, Patrice, and that's about it. Those people would have a direct impact on my pen.
Mm,
And then there's people I've worked with that have a impact on my pen because I'm in the vicinity of them. So we all kind of rub off on each other in some type of way. Big up Boy Dingo, big up Sheen, big up Father Phyllis, big up the father.
yeah.
Even my DJ homies have an influence on my pen. Big up Sal, you know.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. So Miami Carnival,
Yeah,
how was it for you?
it was shocking. I didn't think that I had that much of an influence. I didn't think that they play my records because it's not soca.
Mm,
So, Juve, despite what the analytics show, because the analytics that's put up on the internet aren't facts, they're suggestions.
mm,
There's their opinions. But me, Phil, and Sheem probably had it within the top 10 of the most played records, Miami Carnival. And I was shocked that the DJs really took the chance to play it,
mm,
because they're really usually stringent on what they're gonna play. And seeing the people's reaction to it was amazing. And even more so, I know people know my music, but they don't know my face. So even people that knew who I
mm.
was a very humbling experience. It was very touching.
Yeah.
I had to really take a moment and really like gather myself. It was surreal. It was like a dream.
Mm. Okay. Right. So, Miami Carnival. Have you ever been to? I'm sure you've been to other carnivals. Yeah.
Um, Jamaica Carnival.
Mm.
I've been to like state carnivals, but like outside of the country, I haven't been to a lot of carnivals because I had a legal situation for like 10 years, so I couldn't leave the country.
Right. Right. Right.
So now that I can leave the country, I probably traveled more in 1 year than some people have in their lifetime.
Mm. Okay.
And you know, if there were more places that were open, I probably would have went to those places too.
Okay. So, would you say that's in Soca? Because you
Hmm.
know, like with Soca, there's people who can release a lot of songs, put on, it's traditional, and Zest, it's more so line on the lines of dancehall. Comparing the two genres, would you say Zest music you're more likely to like pop off faster than doing a soca song, or like what's your opinion on that?
Somebody told me, you know, Paul's luck might not be as the same as C Paul's luck. You know what I'm saying? Like it's from a person to person basis. I can only say that I am more likely to and would always be more likely to bust from Zest because it isn't as controlled. It's kind of an open space, and um, it worked in my favor.
Mm.
Um, while soca music, there are a lot of factors that are involved in breaking a record
Mm-hmm.
that I don't have necessarily have access to. No
Right.
matter how great the record is, how much people could love it, there's a lot of channels that those records have to go through to be on the forefront of that landscape.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, and anytime I did bust, it wasn't within the means of somebody putting me on or none of that. It was the internet. So
Mm-hmm.
as long as I can navigate the internet, it'll always be easier. But Soca has a lot to do with the industry and infrastructure, and that's how records rise or fall.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have access to those type of things.
Yeah. Yeah, because I asked that because I know you kind of like mentioned it briefly a little bit yesterday on your live with Trini Cindy. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
it is. Yeah, people. It is. There's more man-made structure and that and less. It's more of a administrative structure than a fan base structure.
Mm. I agree. Definitely, I agree. Because even with the marketing, like once you make a song, a soca
Hmm.
song, the only thing you're thinking to do is just put it on Julian's. You're not really thinking, you know, do other things with it. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely, yeah. Okay. So collaborations.
Hmm.
Who are some of the people you'd like to work with?
I don't really care. And
Mm.
keep it. I don't have anyone I want to work with, and I don't have anybody that I don't want to work with. I feel like that idea left me when I got into the industry, and people that would like to work with me can't because their contracts suck, or
Mm.
or they just you know I don't care. If you rock with me, you rock with me. You know what I'm saying? I've been blessed to be able to work with people that I'm fans of their music. You
Mm.
know, like I'm a fan of Father Phillips. I'm a fan of Boy Dingo. I'm a fan of Trinidad Ghost. You dig? So
Mm.
I'm a fan of Marsville. You know, so I've been blessed to have that. Anything else is extra. I don't care. I'm not one of them people that's like, oh, I want this person. I don't care because you could want these people and they don't fucking like you. You know, they you want you like
True.
you want to work with these people and they don't fuck
Mm.
with you. I don't give a shit. You rock with me, my line's open. Link me, we work it out. If not, I don't care.
Yeah. Okay. So, what advice would you give to someone who's upcoming and wants to do zest music?
Just do it.
Mm.
It's not there's nothing to it but to do it. Just
Mm.
do it and put it out. And whatever happens, happens. There isn't a structure or a hierarchy, or you got to go through this person and email that person. It's really just fans, and if the fans rock with you, it's gonna float, it's gonna rise, it's gonna work.
Okay. All right. Social media. Let's talk.
All my social. Wait. Go ahead. Finish what you were saying.
No, let's talk about social media. You
Okay.
said,
Okay.
you know, you really can't even get my words out. You're really consistent on TikTok. You know.
Yeah, I could be more.
Yeah. I can't like see TikTok. Just too much editing, but you know, maybe it's a way to do it. I don't know, but tell us
I'm not.
about.
I'm not
Oh,
necessarily consistent on TikTok. I'm consistent on Instagram.
okay.
TikTok, I kind of only rock with it for the filters. So if I do post something, it's because I needed a filter that day to edit something else.
Okay.
But Instagram, I'm fortunate that I don't rely on, big up Sizway, big up everybody in chat. I'm fortunate that
Mm.
if I think I have like 4,000 videos for too much. So I can post a video of too much a day for the next 10 years. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So I have a large amount of content that I can keep. I don't rely on creating content. I keep putting fan-made content on my platforms.
Mm-hmm.
And, it works for my fans. It gives them exposure. They like it. And they do it. And it works for me because then my songs keep growing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a person that actually like makes TikToks and all of that stuff because I don't ever want to be bigger than my records in the sense that like once upon a time I did skits because someone told me to do it. Like this is what you do to
I've seen.
break.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to.
Mm.
And I never liked it. But I did it because that was the exposure. So what ended up happening is I became popular, but my music, no one knew that I did music and all that stuff. And it was like, the whole point of this was to give exposure to my music. So I know that there's a trap where you can fall into the TikTok thing and do all of that stuff and you become a popular face, but no one knows your music. And on top of that, no one gives a fuck about your music.
Mm-hmm.
So when I marketed too much, I made sure the song was big and not necessarily, I necessarily wasn't big. I wanted the song to be as large as possible. I didn't really care about me being big.
Okay.
So, but like, TikTok, I don't really rock with it like that. Instagram, I'm on it. It's my most successful platform, and that I curate on. And Twitter, I love Twitter. I curate on Twitter. I pump tweets out. People rock with me.
Okay. So, would you say that you've kind of mastered the art of social media, like when it comes to marketing?
I'm not gonna say master, but I make a conscious effort because I know that success isn't by chance; it's systematic, and going viral isn't a coincidence. It's algorithmic. It's mathematical. So I make a conscious effort to be abreast of how things go viral on what platform. I'll go study it. I'll look it up. I'll read the articles on it. So I just make an effort to know how it works. While I feel like other people just pray to God that something works out. It doesn't work like that. And if it does work like that for you, you won't know how to do it again.
Exactly. Yeah, that's true. Okay. All right. So, if it wasn't music, what would you think you'd be doing?
Crime.
For real?
Absolutely.
Why you say that? Why you say that? Why you say that?
Yeah. Have you seen my rap sheet?
No? Okay.
I can tell.
Okay. Okay. So if not, okay. Anything else, Ada? Can you do, playing instruments? Can you?
I know how to play piano. I taught myself guitar when I was in prison. It gave me 5 years. I had 4 years in prison. I taught myself guitar in prison. Uh, I don't really have any other
Yeah.
thing. No, I can't really think of anything off the top of my head musically.
Production?
Huh?
Would you ever go into production?
I tried. I hate it. I'm impatient. That's something that you have to like have the utmost patience and
Mm,
the utmost like this mind for that I don't have. I'm good at waiting. I
yeah.
can sit down and wait for something, but if I have to like try to get a sound how I have it in my head,
Mm,
then I can't get it, I just quit. I'll be like, I'm not doing this. So
mm,
production ain't my thing.
yeah. It seems like you know yourself a lot. Because I mean, like, obviously you know yourself, but some people, they're not really, like, they're afraid to say, I'm like this. It seems like you're just, you're straight up and you're not afraid of who you are, you know? It's like, it's either you take me or leave me, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean,
Take me as I
I
am.
yeah, I mean, I'm not in the business of
Mm,
compromising myself to make people comfortable.
mm,
So that's how I can say like this is me, this is what it is, this is it's not what it is. And when you're able, because I feel like everybody inside knows who they are, how they want to be. They're just scared to vocalize it because they're scared of being judged. The only person I ever gave a fuck about their opinion died, and
mm,
I could never have her back. So everybody else, I really don't care what you think about me at
mm,
all.
mm.
And that's just the truth.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. I like your straightforwardness. I like straightforward people.
Thanks.
So I'm just reading. I'm just reading. Okay, you told me that you don't really have, like, do you not have? You said your favorite artist is what?
My
Vibes,
favorite artist is Flaps Cartel. Yeah.
Vibes, Carson. Is that
hmm
someone you'd like to work with as
I don't
well,
care.
or you don't?
I don't care. Fucking
Mm,
care. Care. If he links
you
my
don't.
line, I'm gonna say yes. If he doesn't link my
Mm,
line, I don't care. I fuck with people that fuck with me. I don't care if you're a rapper. I don't care if you're a singer. I don't care if you're a porn star. I don't care if you're a gunman. I don't care if you're a hacker. I don't care if you're a doctor, nurse, or a
mm,
judge. If you fuck with me, I fuck with you.
mm,
If you don't fuck with me, I don't give a flying fuck.
mm,
I really don't. I don't care. It doesn't have an effect on my long-term goals and my aspirations and what I plan to achieve.
mm. Okay, so talking about that, what are some of your goals for 2021?
Uh, 2022.
Oh, sorry, 2022. I'm still living in the past.
More touring, more records, and more monetizing opportunities, and just trying to decentralize what we know as the Caribbean music industry, specifically how the soca thing is set up. I want to be an example of things can be done differently and you can still be successful, because I feel like
Yeah,
the system of how the music breaks and the music flows is archaic and based on tradition, and it's holding back um not older artists, because it works for them, it'll always work for them, but newer artists, it inhibits their success, and
yeah.
that's why there aren't any new artists, because it's
Mm.
designed to keep new artists out unless you
Would you ever
conform.
manage? Would you ever
Hmm?
manage an artist?
Absolutely not,
Mm.
because I'll never care about another artist as much as I care about myself. So there's a
Fair
whole
enough.
bunch of stuff that I do for myself that people think
Mm.
like, oh, it'd be great if you could do that for artists. I won't. I will
Mm.
not.
Mm. And
I could tell someone.
yeah, yeah, straight up.
I'll t- I'll tell someone what to do, but I ain't
Mm.
managing nobody. I ain't influencing nobody. I barely like to write for people. Barely.
Mm. Okay. So songwriting is something that you do on the side also then.
If I get the call and it makes sense.
Yeah. Any
If
songs
I,
that
it, huh?
go on, sorry.
Like if I do a record and I have a feature on it, I'll write it. I'll write their part just to keep the ball rolling, because a lot of artists, believe it or not, do not write their records, especially bigger artists.
Mm.
And plus, at least if I wrote their part already, they can either take the whole thing or have like a starting point.
Mm.
Because a lot of times they'll get writer's block. They won't know what to do. They won't know what to say, and it just drags out the creation process. And now I'm sitting on a record for 1, 2, 3, 4 months,
Mm-hmm.
when I could just write the shit and get it over with.
Mm.
But I don't enjoy writing for others. I don't enjoy it. It has to make sense in terms of long term me writing for you.
Any songs that we're familiar with that you've written?
Not that I could talk about, but I could talk
Oh,
about like not that I wrote for other people, but like collaborations where I wrote their parts.
okay, okay,
Yeah, yeah, I could talk about that shit. That's nothing.
okay,
But as far as writing records for other people, I can't talk about those.
okay. I understand. Okay. So, what can we expect from you next year? What can we expect?
Um, just moving forward, man. Just continual growth and just me being me, and that's it. Just me being authentically myself, and people either loving me or completely disliking me for it.
Hmm. Okay. So, do you feel like there's more that you need to achieve in your career?
Yeah, absolutely. There ain't no Lamborghini outside.
Mm. Hmm. Yeah, that's a lot of, yeah. Hmm.
And
Yeah.
big house and expensive car. I like jewelry though. You know what I'm saying? I like jewelry. I like jewelry and clothes. That's the only expensive thing, and that comes from my relationship with my mom. My mom used to come. I only used to be able to see my mom 2 times a year when I lived in Jamaica, and she used to buy me clothes, and that was how we bonded. So clothes always has that, gives me that feeling
Hmm.
of that time spent with my mother.
Okay. All right. Well, I think you've answered all my questions, to be honest.
Yeah, cool.
Is there a question that you feel like you've not been asked yet and you wish that person asked?
If I had to think of a question that
Hmm.
someone has not asked me, it would be, what type of toll has this music industry had on me physically, emotionally, and psychologically? That's what that's no one has ever asked that. And I don't think people ask that at all to people. I think that's probably something only an artist would probably think of, maybe.
So, okay. Now that you mentioned it.
Um, Physically, it's a battle because when you're on tour, you don't sleep
Mm.
well, you don't eat well. You know, your planes have a effect on your body. It's a battle. It's something you consciously have to take care of. And unfortunately, I have the father. Even when I was in London, you
Mm.
know, he'd be like, "Yo, you ate?" And I'd be like, "Nah." He's like, "Yo, bro, I'm gonna get you food right now. You gotta eat." Or he'll be like, "Yo, bro, you gotta get to sleep." He taking care of your health is hard, and the mental aspect of it, you know, is daunting in the sense that people have an expectation of who you are, and but they don't know exactly who you are,
Hmm.
and having to navigate people's expectations of you and not take it personal is difficult.
Hmm.
Like even you saying like, oh, you're a handsome person and you're on stage and you make a certain type of music, you know, women must be on you. It's like, no, I prefer not to have a lot of women on me. I prefer to be monogamous. I prefer to be in love. I prefer to be married. I was married at one point. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And I like that peace of mind, that bond with a significant other. You know what I'm saying? I'm a person that when I'm in a relationship, I'm a more powerful person. I'm a more confident person. I'm a
You know,
more
people don't even know.
successful person.
A
Huh?
lot of people don't, I said a lot of people don't even know that. Like when you're,
Yeah.
tied with one person, you become more powerful.
Yeah, when you're with the right person, of
Yeah,
course.
the right person. Yeah.
But you know, when people have this expectation of who you are and you have to navigate that, it's sometimes it can hurt your feelings, sometimes it can just be overall stressful. You
Mm.
know, it's extremely hard to navigate people's opinions,
Mm.
extremely hard to navigate people's, you know, this internet thing, people have too much access and
Mm.
people say crazy shit to you
Mm.
and there's not much you could do about it. You know, I mean, there's not much you could do about it. And you know, it's hard.
Mm.
It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard on your emotions. It's hard on your personal life. It's hard on even dating. It's hard because people have this expectation of you that's not what it is. Like I'm extremely articulate. I'm educated. I have 3 degrees. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying?
I can tell.
People, you know, people don't expect that from me. They
Mm.
want to hear Peter, Peter, pum pum eater. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it navigating that is so hard. Finding people that really fuck with you for who you are outside of this music thing is so hard because people don't give you the opportunity to be more than the 5 minutes they hear on a track. Like people don't really understand. Like you can't make a judgment off of who somebody is
Mm.
off of, you know, um what's 3 times 60, what's 180 seconds.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's so dealing with that, you know, it's hard physically, emotionally, spiritually. Just being in music is so hard, and I'm thankful that I have people around me that know me so well. They know when something's wrong with me. They know something's wrong with me before I do. Yo, bro, you gotta
Mm.
eat. Yo, bro, you gotta sleep. Yo, bro, let's go outside. Yo, bro, let's go for a ride, bro. You need to come outside, bro. You need to take a break, bro. Don't record today. Get some sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm fortunate to have people that can look at me and be like, yo, bro, are you okay?
Mm.
You know? And people don't have that. People burn themselves out. People fucking kill themselves over this type of shit.
That's true. That's facts. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's real deep as well. Like I know because I've noticed that you posted a post about mental health.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
mental health
man. That
awareness.
kind of my boy killed himself recently, so that
So sorry to hear.
ties into to that. Yeah, and he was one of them people that you would know something was up with him.
Yeah.
And he left. He had a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like that kid got to grow without a daddy and type shit. So that and I know what it feels like to be like that, and I don't want people to feel like that.
Yeah. What advice, would you give someone like going through it? Because we all have our good days and bad days, and then this pandemic doesn't make it easier at all. Especially like people who can't even see their family, can't travel, can't. Is there so much restrictions, the uncertainty? It's mad right now. It's proper mad.
Anybody that's going through it, just you know, you got to find your center. You have to find the thing that keeps you going. You can't rely on outside people to keep your battery energized. You got to find that center. You have to find that mantra. You have to find whatever it takes that reassures you that there's going to be tomorrow,
Mm.
because there is a tomorrow. You just need
Mm.
something that is there, that's tangible. Like, you know what, still have tomorrow, because
Mm.
it's that's when it gets dark, when you forget that there's a tomorrow.
Mm. Yeah. Okay. Facts. I can't really see the chat, so I'm not even sure if there's anyone asking any questions.
Anybody got any questions? What's up? We out here. We live. Push Soca, London.
I just want to say thank you, for being so down to earth. Like, I thought it was going to be, like, difficult to get you, on the live. But you responded. Like, you wasn't bougie. You didn't give me no snobbish attitude. You know what I mean? Like, I like your vibe, your energy. It's proper calm. And that's, the type of people a lot of people can relate to and, look up to and want to mess with. You know what I mean? Like,
Thank you.
I
Appreciate that.
actually appreciate you coming on the live, like giving us the time of day, because it's not like we're big 100 million or a million followers. You know what I mean? I'm still growing my platform, and it's just nice the fact that someone who's been so successful in their career, gave me a chance, to talk to you, take your time, have time with you. And
You're very welcome. I'm thankful that you reached out to me and you gave me opportunity to express myself and express it through your platform. I appreciate that wholeheartedly. I don't take it for granted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Is there anything you'd like to, tell your fans before we wrap up?
Shout out to all my fans. More music coming soon. In the meantime, make sure you go to the bio, click view shop, you purchase the merchandise. A lot of it is collector's items and stuff with sentimental value. Big up BSMG, Black Sales Music Group, Black is the Code. Big up all my dogs from Trinidad, Jamaica, St. Lucia, Bermuda, Barbados, and everybody in between. And big up to the homies that I can call on for this, for advice in this music shit. Big up Marsville. He's someone I call for insight and input. Big up Silent for Red. He gives me insight and input, yeah, that's it for now. You dig? And big up all the fans, big up everybody that ever downloaded something, ever sent it to their friends and played it in their car and took the aux cord and added it to their playlist, or went up to the DJ and was just like, where the Klassik at? Big up everybody.
Yeah.
Because without that, I couldn't exist. Like literally, like it's not figuratively, like
No.
literally,
Okay.
without all the people that put my records in their story, on their timeline, on their Twitter, SoundCloud, Facebook, Tumblr. Without them, I wouldn't exist. That's it. There's nothing more to it.
Okay. So before you go, there is a song that you released, yeah. Trying to find it. Yeah, it's Mrs. Lowy.
Mrs. Lowe, yeah. Mrs. Lowe, yeah.
Mrs. Lowe, sorry.
Yeah.
It's more of I felt like a different side to you in that track.
I mean, all my records used to be like that. All my 2016 records were like love songs.
Tell us more about that.
That specific record?
Yeah, tell us about, what made you write that?
Well, that song was on another rhythm. It was on the Candy Shack rhythm, and I couldn't get it cleared. It just certain things that are outside of me, which is what I don't like about this, the whole soca industry. So much factors that go into putting out a fucking song to get it cleared, So that song was like halfway written. And then WMG hit me up to do a Zest record, and they gave me a collection of beats. And in the collection of beats, I think they accidentally sent me that rhythm. And that record that I wrote fit on that rhythm. And big up everybody that's on that rhythm. Rupee's on that rhythm, Zone is on that rhythm. MP Slicker is on that rhythm. And if I'm forgetting anybody else, I'm sorry. I'm just caught up in my thought process. And I got the rhythm. I made alterations so it fit on the rhythm, and I put it out. That song was something that was written and bouncing in my head for almost like a year. It just needed a beat to be on.
Mm. Okay. It shows
But
definitely
yeah,
side to you.
yeah. If anybody looks at my old records from like
Mm.
2016, 2017, they all sound like that. Records like Body, Air I Breathe, Moan Love, they all are like that.
Mm.
It's just that those records aren't the ones that bust. Like even you can see, people love Mrs. Lowe record, but it
Mm.
ain't bust, and it ain't bust because it's Soca, and Soca
Mm.
has this food chain and this channel of how records break
Mm.
that blocks me off.
Mm.
It's not a fan based system, because if it was fan based system, that record would be way bigger than it is.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. For sure, for sure. Okay. All right. Well, thank you again for your time. Yeah, it was a
Mm-hmm.
pleasure speaking to you. I mean, it's so like you just have this vibe about you. Like it's just you can just learn so much from you, and
Yeah. Thank you.
the real genuine vibe. So, you know,
Thank you.
I fucks with you. So
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
we fucks with you over here. We fuck
Thank you. Big up
with
the UK massive.
yeah, for real, definitely. When are you coming back? Like
Um,
when are you coming
hopefully for
back?
summer. They're supposed to, I'm in the talks with some people that want to get me out, because that's like a big soca season for y'all.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So I'm in the talks for that. But by the grace of God, hopefully, these COVID restrictions don't get worse, and
Yeah.
I'll be out there.
Okay. All right. Okay then. Thank you again. I know
Thank
this is your
you.
life, so please save it so I can download it. And
Yeah, I'll save it. I'll
oh,
keep it up for 20. You got 24 hours to collect this live, okay?
all right. Cool.
All
Cool.
right.
All right. All right then. Bye.
Bon voyage. Later.